Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another album review. My name is Christian Eschbach. All right, everybody. Until the new Avantasia album comes out, this will have me completely caught up. We're talking about Avantasia Moonglow. This is Tobias Sammet's Avantasia Moonglow. Oh man. All right. I like this one better than the last one, but I'm still sticking with Lost in Space being my favorite. The album opens up with the song Moonglow. Yeah, Ghosts in the Moon. The album opens up with Ghosts in the Moon, which isn't bad. I don't mind it. Gets the album going decently. No complaints. Then it goes on to Book of Shallows, which isn't bad, whatnot. Then you're into the song Moonglow finally. I actually really dig the song Moonglow. I think it has a great singable chorus to it. I really like the lady who's doing the vocals on it. I don't know which one it is. I'm not opening it up and looking inside. I want to say maybe Candace Knight, because that's the only name on the back here that is 100% female, from what I can tell right off the bat. Moonglow's not bad. I dug The Raven Child. I thought that was pretty good. Starlight was decent. Invincible and Alchemy both kind of disappear into the album really quick. Then you're on to The Piper at the Gates of Dawn. This is a really good tune. Of all the original music on this album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn is probably my favorite. At least I think that's an original. Let me, I guess I'm going to have to take a quick look in this notebook here to see. Oh man, sorry guys, I should have been a little more prepared for this. Yep, Piper at the Gates of Dawn, original, really good tune. I enjoyed it. There's a lot on this one that just great music, really singable, has some really decent, just really decent. Everything about it, just really decent song. After that, we get into Lavender, which isn't bad. And then Requiem for a Dream, which finishes off all the original music on here. The whole way around, it's a good album to play from beginning to end. Moonglow, Raven Child, Starlight, Piper at the Gates of Dawn are kind of the standouts to me. Moonglow and Piper at the Gates of Dawn specifically are standouts. Like, the two that stand out the most, if I were putting together a mix or a collection, those are probably the two I would grab off of this album for the original material. There's also one cover on here, Maniac. She's a maniac, that's for sure. And she's dancing like she's never danced. Okay, so this cover on here of Maniac is brilliant. Was never a huge fan of the original song. 80s stuff, especially that time period of the 80s, really heavy with the synths and stuff like that, really kind of turns me off a lot. This is still really heavy with the synths, but it's like when you hear the heavy synths on like early Dio songs from the 80s, you're not going to complain because those are some metal synths, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it feels when they do this cover of Maniac, which I just think is absolutely brilliant and fantastic. I understand so much why Tracy loves Avantasia, and why they're one of her favorite bands. Compared to some of the other ones that she's into, I really enjoy Avantasia quite a bit as well. Some of the other ones I've talked about on here, some of the ones that will be coming up, like I've covered Epica, I've covered who else was there? I've covered a little Sonata Arctica. There's supposed to be some Arion coming along the way, and I know I've covered some others. And out of the majority of them, I'm going to say that Avantasia is definitely the one I tend to gravitate to the most, and I tend to enjoy the most. Of all the albums I've reviewed so far, Lost in Space is absolutely still my favorite. Just a brilliant album, I think. Has a lot more general appeal. This one here, I would say might fall second or third. I'm not 100% sure. Really, really enjoyable, but I think if it ended up into second place, it's purely because of the cover of Maniac that puts it into second place, because I really, really enjoy it, and I think it closes out the album beautifully. But outside of that, I don't know if I would still put it into second. It might go to third without Maniac. Those are my thoughts, my views, my opinions. I know this kind of feels like it's going to be a rushed review. It feels like it went really fast and it's short compared to a lot of my other ones. But I don't have too much to add to this. The reality is, if you like Avantasia, you're going to like this album. If you don't like Avantasia, you're probably not going to like this album. If you are into power metal, if you're into operatic metal, you're going to like this. If you're not into that, you're not going to like this. You know, like even when I look at a lot of the vocalists on here that I recognize, like one I specifically recognize is Michael Kiske from Halloween. You know, so that tells you what you're getting into. And if you want more details on how I feel when it comes to all the different vocalists and stuff like that, I'm going to say the same thing here I've said in all my other Avantasia reviews. You know, you got some vocalists on here that sounds like, you know, guys from Fozzy, you know, Jericho and the other dude there. You got, you know, like this is just a whole kind of who's who of European metal vocalists for the most part. And if you like power metal, you like that stuff, you're going to like this, because this is really well. This is put together. If you like your big stories, you like your big epics put together, stuff like that, you're going to like this. That's how that works. If you're not into that, you're not going to be into this. Plain and simple, folks. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up there. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Tell me, am I being too hard on this album? Am I not being hard enough? Am I, you know, I know I'm downplaying it for, you know, the real fans, but while you're on your way down here, you see a couple links as well. Feel free to check those out. There's a like button, a subscribe button, a little bell for notifications. If you hit those, I'd appreciate that. Peace, love, and I'll see you in the next review. Take care.